Hi, my name is Rob Frank. I'm Assistant Professor of English at Hartford Community College in Bel Air, Maryland, and this is the first part of my American Beauty analysis. I do these for my English 101 classes to show them how to analyze films. This is for an assignment, and I would like to point out that this is for educational purposes only. I do qualify this as fair use. I use screen grabs to show how to analyze films. So here's the assignment description. And I would like to point out that the whole idea here is to look for the repeated images, words, props, ideas, dialogue, camera angles, all that stuff listed there, and really ask yourself, what does this mean? Ask yourself, what is the message of this film? And my students, come up with a thesis that is a singular interpretation of the film and then use the repeated symbols as support for that interpretation. So that's the general idea. The rose is one symbol that's repeated throughout American Beauty. And so the message of American Beauty thesis here is that even though most Americans judge beauty by appearance alone, it is possible for a person to change what he or she sees as beautiful. So the rose acts as a symbol of beauty, though for each character it means something different. First off, for Lester, Angela is his rose. This is the first time the roses appear. Then later that night, then the first time she comes to visit, then the tub scene. So here he moves toward her, but then he has a change of heart, and the roses, or her as the rose, becomes blurry, and instead it becomes his family. After he has that change of heart, here's the end scene, and this is the last thing he sees, is his family as the rose. So this is a different picture. Caroline tends to see herself as the rose, and she also sees beauty as perfection. I almost see her analyzing the rose, looking for imperfections. She sees Buddy, the king, as the epitome of success, and note how the crown looks similar to a rose there. She wants to appear completely perfect. However, take a look at that. She can't see the beauty there, the roses in the background, because she's so focused on the imperfections. So she tries to keep up a perfect appearance in her home. But after she has sex with the king, the roses move off the table and they move onto her shirt. She sees herself as beautiful now. Now we have the roses on Jane's shirt. She doesn't really see herself as beautiful. It's Ricky who helps her to see herself as a rose, and I do see the rose there, the glowing red above her. I do believe that that lighting is done on purpose, and Ricky sees everything as beautiful. Hence the glowing red light there. That just whatever is coming through the lens. He sees death as beautiful. Here he talks about how he once taped the woman freezing to death. I believe it was freezing to death. I could be mistaken there. And here's another shot where he sees death as almost beautiful. He has that smile before he realizes what happened. And here you have Ricky says this is the most beautiful thing he's ever seen. And the point, I believe, is that it's garbage. It's what most of us would look at and see as completely ordinary, just a piece of trash blowing in the wind. And yet that is what he sees as beautiful, the beauty in everything. So here is a commentary, I believe, about us as Americans. The red, white, and blue repeated throughout the film. So the outward appearance of beauty often, belies something much darker beneath the surface. So here we have the Kernel. The Colonel is perhaps one of the most interesting characters of the film, at least to me, and his rose is Lester. In this scene, Lester's really shot under that red light as well to really make him seem like the rose there. And in the end, this was something that I pointed out. How do you really see beauty? Well, the idea is to look closer. You can see that little note on his desk, and I actually did get up and look closer. That it's a little toy model car of his other Rose in the film, the car that he ends up getting for himself. So that was the first part of my American Beauty interpretation. Please see part two for a very different interpretation, and you can also see my website, Rob John Frank, for more. All right.